Hi everyone, it's mostly Maddie. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Sorry, it's been a minute since I've been on here, but life has just been a little bit crazy and there's never a good time to record these because my kids are home a lot and it's just hard to do with them. So if you hear little voices in the background, they're in my backyard playing together, so just ignore that. Just hit 1,000 subscribers, so thank you so much to everybody who's been following along. I appreciate all of you so much. Today I'm going to talk through and flip through all of my all of my July entries. I did also want to show what I've been doing. As you guys know, I always struggle with using these weeklies, but I have been doing that. It was like a trend on TikTok where you would do like your weekly report. So I've been doing that as like the way to utilize these weekly recaps. And I really like it because it's just kind of like a quick overview of what was going on with me that week. And it's very easy to keep up with. So I'm having fun with it and actually enjoying doing it. So I just picked that back up. I still have lots of like blank weeks in here, but that's fine. I also started doing a list of songs that make me cry, and then I added another one too since the last time I did a video. Of audiobook narrators that I like. Since I listen to so many books, I wanted to keep a running list of all the narrators that I really enjoy, because sometimes a narrator makes or breaks a book, and so having these narrators kind of on bank, knowing I like how they read books, I think that'll be nice to have. So without further ado, let's get into July. I usually do a mood board. As you can see, I did not do one for July. Life was just a little crazy, but usually I put a bunch of pictures here and I just didn't do it this time, which is fine. This is also like my most redacted month because there's just like a lot going on that I can't quite like talk about yet, or it's like a lot of stuff with my kids. So that's why you kind of see a lot of post-it notes and things. I've been really liking including the recap from my Orange Theory workouts in here on the days that I go. So you'll start to see a lot of those as well. I'm not gonna like talk about every single thing, but you can kind of just see the way that I use this. It varies so much by day. I sometimes really enjoy doing long form writing, and other days I don't at all. And so I'll just focus on one thing from that day and have it kind of be like the highlight. I also really just love writing with my markers and like writing big, bold letters, because then when I flip through, I can really just see quickly kind of what that day looked like for me. So I am not somebody who uses the Hobonichi as like a traditional planner person. This is like memory keeping for me. This is everyday, day-to-day stuff, pictures of my kids, my family, and I really like using it that way. It is rare that I do this where I kind of put all of the to-do things that I've done for the day, because I also have my Hobonichi Weeks, which is really where I put all of my like lists and things. So I just don't feel it's like super necessary unless I really just want to like feel good about myself and write everything down so I can like check things off of my list. I also like the idea of junk journaling in here, but I don't want this to get so thick where I can't close it. I really am liking the chunkiness of this one, and I have a separate junk journal where I really like put stuff in there. So sometimes I'll like cut out clippings and things, but really I use this mostly for pictures and kind of keep the junk journaling in a separate journal. And like there's been a lot of days where I just haven't really wanted to write anything, so I just kind of like filled this with like a bunch of markers. And then I realized it was like kind of like the shape of Ohio, so I just made a little note there. It's just like silly stuff. I also like doing this where I kind of just like talk about the highlights of the day, and there's just so many ways to utilize these pages in this space. I've had so much fun. This is my first year with the Hobonichi Cousin, so I have been a weeks girl, and I wanted to try to see if I could journal at least once every day, and I am loving this so much. I cannot wait for next year. Like this is something I got out of practice doing for so long, and it has just been so much fun. And then this is obviously we were in the middle of the Olympics, and that's it. That's the flip through for July. I guess really quick I could probably just go through my flip through of my weeks as well, just because I know people really like to see how I utilize my week pages. If I can find, what am I going for? July. Just open it up here. And again, I don't use this in the totally traditional sense. I track our time outside. So those are what those big numbers are. A lot of people thought that they were like appointment times, which is a good idea if you only have, a couple of appointments. This would be a cool way. I love breaking up each day into these two so that I can just utilize the space even more. So I was doing habit tracking over here and then just like to-do lists and content ideas and things. But I have been switching this up every week. Sometimes this is lists. Sometimes I do daily gratitude over here. Sometimes I'll write what media I've consumed for that week. I also really like to do, just the total over here of time outside. And then when I am tracking my spending, I will include that total as well. This thing is just so versatile for how little it is. I feel like I have found a lot of ways to really utilize these pages. And this is another planner / journal that I just really, really enjoy. So yeah, I always write up here if it is the daily gratitude. But like I said, you can see every day I had kind of lists here. It really depends on what's going on in life. And it's flexible, so I like that because I can make it work for what's going on in my life. All right, so that is the flip through of both, my Hobonichi Cousin and my Hobonichi Weeks. I might do a separate post about my creative journal where I'm doing junk journaling and other stuff like that, but I will save that for a different post to keep this one short and sweet. Thank you for following along as always, and if you have any questions or comments, I'm happy to answer them below. Bye.